Signing day coverage continues with pass game coordinator, quarterback coach Joel Gordon. Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. This is a big class on the offensive side. Tell us a little bit about the needs you felt coming into this and how you filled them.
Yes, sir. It's great to be here. You know, being a part of this this first class in Coach Golish's, era here, it's pretty exciting, to be a part of creating some relationships with these guys that are gonna, be the start of getting this program, going in the right direction. So it is really exciting. As far as our needs, looking at it, when we got here and Coach Golish and some of the guys got here well before me, it started on the offensive line. We felt like we had to address that need and really try to do it, and get some depth, number one, with some guys that hopefully had some experience of playing college football, and we were able to get into the portal a little bit and get some guys that are already on campus right now that we feel really good about and their future with us. And yet we were still able to get some high school guys too. So that I think being able to get a good blend of guys in that room that are all hopefully ready to compete, and some of those guys will have the opportunity this spring and some will have the opportunity getting here in the summer. And I think they're all hungry to want to get here and try to help this program out. But everything, it starts on the offensive line, on our side of the ball. So we had to address that, and we feel really good about where we are right now.
Coach has talked a lot about the kind of young men that he wants to bring into this program. Obviously, the physical attributes are extraordinarily important, but what were you looking at in terms of personalities, work ethic, dedication that makes you think a young man is a fit for this program?
Yeah, the fit is everything. I mean, when we have a chance to create a relationship with a young man, over the phone or having guys on our campus, we're looking for guys, number one, that want to compete, guys that they know what they're walking into here. We got a lot of question marks in our program. We got a lot of work to do, and guys that we can trust that when they walk into the door, we know that work ethic and their ability to want to compete every single day at school and the football, in the football side of it, in the weight room, whatever it is, guys that really have consistency in everything that they're going to be doing, in this program. So, I think when you look at the core of what we're after and finding the right guys that fit are that, guys that are going to work hard, they're going to compete, they're going to be great teammates in the locker room, they're going to be great people in the community, and, guys that we can trust.
Such a short time frame. I mean, recruiting's hard enough to begin with. How did you guys put this together so fast?
Well, you got to give all the credit to Coach Golish, and he's got a great history, in the recruiting department. And like I said, that happened before it got going before I even got here. So I got here about a week into Coach Golish taking over, and they had already had one official visit, had a bunch of guys on campus, but it's been fast and furious since the middle of December. So there hasn't been a whole lot of time to sit back and rest. But I think what we wanted to do was, start as close to home as we could, whether it was a high school player that's going to be in Florida or this Tampa area in general, whether it was a guy that was a portal or a junior college guy that, maybe grew up in Florida around this area and was wanting to come back closer to home. I think that's where we really started casting the net and looking for those guys, and then just, figuring out the fit from there.
You come here from Iowa State, and I'm assuming your time there included the time Coach Golish was there, so you guys were together up north. How did this come about, this opportunity for you in Tampa?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Coach Golish and I had a chance to work together for 4 years in Ames, and didn't know him at all before I had the opportunity to get employed up there. But in that 4 years, you know, we had a chance to work together, you know, in offense and recruiting. I didn't do too much in the special teams world, but Coach Golish was involved in all those things. But we created a really good relationship. And when I had the opportunity to come down here, it was one that, you know, the benefits and the positives were just, you know, they were too big to turn down. And I feel like to be a part of, you know, this program where it is right now, we're down right now. We're not going to be down for very long. You know, that opportunity to come into a place like Tampa, Florida, have a great area to recruit from in your backyard, all the resources that you could ask for, and a great coaching staff. Really the people and the resources around us, we really felt like, my family and I felt like it was a great place to be.
It's very easy to get excited about this offense. Just look at some tape in Knoxville last year. Why does this offense work? What makes it so special?
Well, there's a lot of people that try to do what Coach Golish and his staff did at Tennessee. And to me, I've seen a lot of those teams on video, you know, in crossover games, you know, studying people on tape. The discipline and the detail that they played with at Tennessee was off the charts. And, you know, there's been a lot of times where I've seen an offense that looks like this, maybe it be in the Big 12 or somewhere else, and, you know, you see it on video and like, you know what, they really don't do a whole lot. You know, it looks easy, you know, from the outside looking in, even from an offensive coach perspective. But to really, you know, dive into it just a little bit now, we got a long way to go as an offensive staff to really get all the way through it. The detail and the discipline was outstanding. So, you know, there's obviously going to be the opportunity to put good players on the field and create matchups, but everyone's going to try to do that. So I think the way that we do it is unique. But the discipline and the detail that we plan to play with here and carry that over, I think that's what makes a difference.
Coach, thanks. Appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.